You're tuned into Raw Brilliance with Mansa J. We got a live one for y'all today.
And we live, bro. What's good with you, man?
Not much, chilling on it, man. Just bless you, give me the opportunity to finally talk to you in your podcast, man.
You know what I mean? I've been trying to make it happen for a little while, but you know how I be ripping and running, bro.
Yeah, we both busy. I understand.
But before we jump into it, I'm gonna introduce you to the people. This is a friend of mine I've been knowing for a long time now. He's a coach, coaching AAU and stuff, and that's the topic that we're gonna be getting into today. But no other than Mr. Tre Agers. How you doing, sir?
Doing pretty good, man. Just enjoying my day off.
Yeah. So I would love to have a day off. As soon as I get done with this, I'm gonna be well, actually I'm kind of tired of having days off for the most part though. It's been dead as a doorknob, as they say in the country, man. Yeah, man. But
you when I get older, man.
But what I want to talk about, you heard about like all the recruits from high school jumping and going to the G League now. And so I want to know what you think about like that change. Do you think that's going to be a steady trend now? Or you think that's just for now only going to be for like the top players in the country? Or do you believe more kids are going to be taking that route instead of going to college? And especially, but things are changing with college too, because they finally wised up and going to start allowing kids to make money off their name and likeness. So what's your thoughts on that whole situation?
It's like a catch-22 with me. I feel like the top kids are going to test both markets. I feel like you can have top kids who's going to try to go to the G League and test that market, making $125K, and if you come into out of poverty, that's a lot of money. That's for anybody.
Quick lick,
you know what I mean? So and to do something for your love for 5 months, and they the G League did sound like a little I want to say a partnership with Arizona State. So they just not just gonna be in the G League. They still gonna be getting an education. They get education on how to budget their money, how to market themselves, play against other NBA players, getting coached by NBA coaches and players. So I feel like that's a plus too. But then gonna come from a I guess you can say kids with strong family backgrounds. They're gonna tell them you ain't gotta rush to the league. That's gonna be there. Go to college and enjoy that college lifestyle.
Definitely.
You know, it's one in a million. You can't never get that back. Yeah. So going to college, you learn so much about yourself that you don't want to pass that up. So
that's true.
But I feel like it opens the market up for all the talent that's going to get looked over. Mm-hmm. Then they get opportunity to show themselves, because then they get to go to college and actually get to develop and actually get that opportunity to maybe to go pro, where they don't have got to go overseas no more. Yeah. So I feel like it's going to open the windows for a lot of kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like you gotta. It's great to go to college because, like you said, it gives you that that life experience, and you're gonna be meeting new people. With going to classes and dorm rooms and doing all that, so it gives you a chance to like grow and expand and find out what you like and you don't like, and then you go into more of the real world per se, and a little more prepared. But I also believe that if you just go like right out of high school straight to work, it's gonna prepare you too, because you're gonna be making deals now. They're gonna have to talking to shoe companies. They're gonna have to be talking to lawyers. They're gonna have to like really study their business in that year that they're not gonna be in college. All they can focus on is finances. You know what I mean? Because that's the main thing that they need to be focused on when they think about going to go make that type of money at such a young age. So
that's true. But the NCAA also is allowing kids to get paid off their likeness now too. So
yeah, but they don't start.
They're going to get shoe deals and all that, autograph signing. It's not going to be that. But on top of the 125K, if you're one of those top recruiters, they know that you're going to be number one. I say top 5 material. They talking about you might get 325K out the rip. Yeah. So that's, people that's on the 15, what's that? I say 12 to 15 person on the end of the bench in the NBA, they making that right now. So You can go if I can go straight for 5 months, make $325K. Sign me up.
Yeah. And another thing, I kind of believe that that the NCAA is only really doing that because of the G League is making these moves. Because once the G League announced that, and that's like what, like it was like 5 of the top 10 players in the nation decided to go and join, then it put them on, like it put the pressure on the NCAA to make a decision, especially when public opinion is already saying that you should have been paying these kids like just because y'all making billions and billions of dollars off of them. You should have been paying these kids. So now they starting to wisen up, but I don't feel like they want to. It's more like they have to. So I feel like kids still might not trust the NCAA, and I feel like the NCAA is still going to do stuff that's shady kind of when it comes to them preserving their way of life and making money in this game.
It's a $1 billion business, of course. Whenever you're on top of the game like that, it's gonna come with some corruption at some point. But I don't feel like the G League actually put the target on NCAA back. I feel like the Ball family did that. They got the ball running. People don't really want to give that man his credit for what he started. When he took his son out of high school, most people thought that was the dumbest thing he could have done.
Who?
Not
Ball?
the Ball family.
Yeah,
when he sent his son over there to Australia to do his thing, got the shoe deal and and he curated the league where he started paying players to come out. Yeah. That's what got the ball running, if we're gonna be honest with it.
I tell people this all the time. They talk mad shit about LeVar Ball, but what he did was genius, and he put in his kids' heads how to make moves. Even if his thing didn't work out right, he still gave the seed to his kids. Now LaMelo is going to own his own pro basketball team while he playing in the league from a team that you don't really think like that unless you've seen it before, unless somebody put that bug in your head, and that's what LeVar Ball did. So
that's what comes with that family tie or having a strong
family background. Yeah. And a strong father figure in your life, because all 3 boys, they and everybody who talked to LaMelo, who's played with him, they all say he's a great kid. He's down to earth. He just wants to learn and play basketball.
It's all the kids though. They say that about all the kids.
That's what I'm saying. And to have all that fame at such a young age and still have a level head like that, that's great parenting. I don't care what you think about LeVar Ball and this big baller brand and all that, but you got to respect the father that he is and the example that he's been for his kids, because they was already getting money before any of the boys in the league. It costs money to go to Chino Hills, fam. It costs money to live in Chino Hills. And so salute to them, man. Salute to that. But I do believe what you're saying, that LeVar Ball and them and the trend that they made, it started a big push, because that league that he started, it put that in the minds of the G League. Why aren't we doing this? We could get so many more players.
You got that. Also, kids telling let's go overseas. If I have ingrown talent, why would I let that go overseas when I can keep that home here and let them get coached by the best in the world? We supposed to be the best. The NBA supposed to be the best of the best. Let's teach the best of the best. Let's groom them.
Yeah, just groom them, and to allow LaMelo Ball to even go overseas and to see the attention that brought him and stuff like that. If he was here, they wouldn't have to go overseas to try and scout him and all those talent that they. And now kids overseas, they might, because they turn pro at a very young age overseas, they might be able to come to the United States and do that now in the G League, So and
that is true.
Yeah, and then all that talent is right there in the NBA's backcourt, and it just allows for the scouting to be easier. You know what you're picking, and it's just gonna make the league overall better. So I salute the G League for making them moves, though.
To piggyback off that, the scouting part of it. So now you really don't have to worry about, exactly what your player eating. You know exactly how they training. You can tell them if they have a strong weakness, you can help them strengthen that weakness, and what they good at, you can make them great at it now. And they get, you know what I'm saying? So it's the best of the best. It's just going to be up to the kids now to put in their work. They say this is what they want to do. Now they got to go out there and prove it, because the opportunity is on the table now. And they just not going for the people that's going straight to the pros. It's going to be for the kids it's been unscouted, or it's been looked over. Then they got an opportunity now. Then you got college coaches and college scouts. Then they got to reevaluate everything.
Yeah.
The person that wasn't gonna get that scholarship now is not gonna get a chance to get that scholarship. You know, the Blue Bloods is gonna be out there hunting now. Now we're gonna see what how college coaches can really coach now. And then you got to develop talent.
Got to, man. Got to. I'm excited about it. Like, even next year for just the G League alone, I'm excited to watch it and see what it's gonna be. You know what I mean?
While
And
the NBA is growing now, so just imagine you're gonna have NBA players playing, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You might catch a G League game with this number one prospect playing, and you know what I'm saying. You got to see that in college. Then you get to see them doing a pro level early.
yeah.
Then money changes everything. So when you get paid for something that you love, hey, you put a little bit more into it. Ain't no worry about if I get hurt, how I'm gonna take care of mom and dad.
Yeah.
Now I got the money, I got the insurance policy.
Insurance policy, yeah. I was just gonna say that. Yeah, well taken care of. Your family gonna be taken care of, and you getting paid to go eat and go to work, man, and hone your craft and your skills.
You're not worried about your stock falling no more because you in their face every day. So they know that type of kid is. They know that type of work ethic he has. Worst case scenario, I get hurt. Now it's like, okay, I can still go top 5 and not worry about it because I'm already working with that medical staff.
Do you think it might go into a way where they start drafting kids out of high school into the G League and give them that year there and then they go to the pros, like into like the NBA after that year and like but you still drafted to your team because every team got a G League team. Yeah, so it's kind of like baseball where it's a single A, double A, triple A. You feel me? So it might end up doing something like that, though. I think it's possible.
Yeah, anything is possible. That'd be pretty dope though. Where you got a top 5 recruit, it's already grooming inside your back pocket. But it's kind of hard. It's kind of tricky to say because I feel like if I'm good enough to go right there in high school, because most basketball, that top 5 talent usually is. I feel like they just signed them to a 2-way contract. We're gonna do it that way, where you get a little bit of both worlds.
It's the same thing in baseball though. Like they do got that because if they real good, like in whatever lower division that they tier that they in major leagues, and they showing that they dope as shit by the time mid-season hit, they gonna get pulled up. Same thing in the NBA if they do that. Like if you dominate your G League and you came in and you starting to get in the field, because the main thing that rookies that I read and hear have trouble with is the scheduling of an 82-game season compared to the rest of like high school and college. So for allowing them to get into the G League and they still got to travel on the buses and the planes and do all that and handle business, if they excel at that, focus. If they are selling at that and the team see that and they could come up and help the team right away, they'll just get pulled up. You know what I mean? Like you sign them to the G League, but you still gonna sign them to a contract of their value. So if you see them as being a top 10 pick in a regular draft, which it probably would be like still incorporated into the regular draft in some type of way, But
you might be on to something, but I feel like it's gonna be that's about I'd say about 3 to 5 years down the line. They're gonna see how the G League works as the partnership and the mentorship program or partnership goes down. If that is a success, I could actually see that happening where you can be like, all right, I want this kid in my organization. I want him right now. Going to sign him to that 2-way deal right out of high school and just cut our loss for it.
You know who else played a big part in it? I think this is Ice Cube. Like once they saw the big 3 making money too, and like we can actually create a whole lane for older NBA players. Why can't we do this with the high school talent in the G League who's still super athletic and jumping out the gym and running and and sliding and playing 5-on-5 instead? So I think between LeVar Ball, Ice Cube, and those 2 leagues that they tried to do, it was he played a major part because the big 3 actually doing really good though. Like they growing every single year. They've been growing. So
whenever you got a big figure like that put his mind, his money behind his ideas, anything is possible.
Oh, definitely.
So now you got the NBA backing that up now. So it's gonna get even better. So just imagine now when our legends now that are in the game, they're still in their prime. Once they out of their prime, they can still be playing. You can still see them. So that's great. So just imagine if the 3-on-3 was around when Bird and Magic and
Yeah.
all them was
Oh
coming
man,
out
that's
like
it'd be
Isaiah and all,
crazy.
you know what I mean? You know,
Bird. I never saw Bird play live before, but I always wanted to because he probably
I ain't know, 'cause I'm younger than you, so
one.
mine's just off of ESPN Classics. You know what I mean? So
That's
that's
what
what
I'm saying, man. So I'll be trying to. That'd have been so dope to see like Bird and Magic, or like even like Jordan come in a big three. Or so. Well, Jordan kind of had his big three when he was on the Wizards, so that count for him, goddamn. So, but it'd have been better if he was going against like people in his age group and
you know
shit.
what I mean?
Yeah,
Exactly. That'd have been dope as shit though. Real
yeah,
talk.
yeah. That would have been quiet. Speaking of Jordan, have you been watching The Last Dance?
Yeah. So what I've been doing is I don't watch it on that Sunday. I usually watch it on the following day just so I can just kind of watch through it all together. But what my main plan was, at first I was like, I ain't gonna watch none of it. I'm just gonna wait till the very last Sunday, the following Monday, which
And
would be
binge watch it?
just being watching for 10 hours straight,
10
where I ain't
hours.
gonna worry about nothing.
Ooh,
And
that'll
then
be
I got
hard, bro. Sitting there for 10 hours.
love for the game though. So it's like, well, shit, I'm gonna do a Friday on off. The kids and the wife, kids will be at daycare, the wife will be at work. I'm like, I'm gonna sit at the crib and I'm just gonna watch this shit from start to end. And then I think, man, I can't do that shit, man. I gotta watch this, and I've been hooked ever since, man.
It's a dope
The
documentary.
dedication that he had just to keep that mentality, just to go through that, man. And to me being a basketball player, I don't think that mentality was just, I goofed off from time to time. You just couldn't be
Yeah.
serious 110% every time. And just know when to cross that line is when I step on that basketball court, it's all business. When we step off the court, we can be homies again.
Homies and gamble and play.
Most people can't get that mentality right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my biggest thing. You always hear the stories about how he was, but to actually see it behind the scenes and see how dedicated it was and how much he wanted to push his teammates. And like, I know leaders like that in a way on the court, like I kind of was like that. I kind of am like that. You played with me before. I get like emotional and I'll be like, I don't like to lose. So it's like if I feel like
I hate to lose.
Yeah.
All the coaches I've had, they hate to lose. They preach that, hey, you can be buddies off the court, but when we on the court, is hey, you got to be 110 to be focused. But but it's like when you start winning and shit, it's just when you're on that court, you tend to have fun. You let that guard down. Only time when people really keep that guard up or keep that dog mentality, to be honest, is when you're getting your ass whooped. And
that's like the thing with Jordan though. He never lose that edge though, like the whole time, and that's what kept driving him after championship at championship. Like it's like so soon we get on this court, that dog finna come out, and that dog came out every single time, man. And I be talking with people about the whole GOAT debate and all that type of stuff, and I be like, it honestly, to me, I understand why people make a case for LeBron. I get it, but when you watch footage and you watch the players play, man, it's not even close to me. Like it's not close. Like it's like Jordan. Then it's like that second tier when you got like Magic, Bird, LeBron, like all of them. Like he ain't that second. Jordan on that pyramid by himself, in my opinion. And I get into arguments with people about that all the time because
I respect that argument. Don't get me wrong. I feel like Jordan is the GOAT, but like I think Jordan said it best. There's a GOAT for every era.
Oh yeah, true.
So I respect it in that mindset of it. Cause don't get me wrong, I respect LeBron's game, but I'm not a fan of LeBron. Like I just don't like how I love how he carries himself off the court. That's the person that I love. Yeah. But the on the court antics, I just don't like it. The flopping and all that's what I don't like about it.
Bruh, that's my exact sentiments. Like I love LeBron off the court as a businessman, as a father, as a leader in the community. I think he's excellent. 10 stars all the way across the board, 6 thumbs up. Like he's an excellent example of who a black man should be, in this country, and I love him for it. But on the court, I'm not a LeBron fan. Like I'm just not. Like his game to me is basic, but in effect, he's still a legend. Like, but the antics and all that. But mainly his game is just overpower people, and I get it. You're supposed to do that if you got it. You feel me?
But I feel like that's what I don't like about LeBron. I feel like he don't do it enough. I feel like he has opportunities where I feel like, okay, LeBron, this is your time. Let's get to the rack. He settled for the shot.
It's that mindset though, but also he's not a great shooter. He's like one of those streaky. Like, of course, he had games where he hit, you know what I mean, like 4 or 5 threes or something.
Everybody have games like that.
Everybody
Get hots like that at one point in time.
It's like it's that feeling type shit, especially if you start feeling confident after you drove to the hole a few times and shit, and you get that rhythm, like you're gonna start pulling up, your shot gonna feel a little smoother, and it's gonna hit a little
like
better.
I hoop. That's the mindset of every hooper. Once I see the ball go in, it's a wrap after that. So even if I'm having a bad shoot night, your coaches tell you, oh, you have that mindset now. Even I tell my kids, if your shot not falling, go do something else. You know, go get to the free throw line. You know,
and that's why I love about LeBron's game, because you know he is smart, but he play like I would play.
IQ's off the chain.
Huh?
His IQ's off the chain.
He play like I would play, like at the rec and stuff. If we go play, you know how I'm gonna do. I'm gonna body you down low real quick just to get these easy buckets, and then show you that you can't hold me on the outside either. Like, he is smart basketball. He do what he's supposed to do when it comes to the game, and I respect that 100%. I love his basketball IQ. That's why he can drop dimes and he can lead the league in assists and all that type of stuff. But it's just when you watch Jordan, you watching skill personified, and that, it's like it's different. Like, his mid range is on point. If 3-pointing was as serious as it is now, he would have perfected that too, because just the way his mind state was, everybody know he would have perfected that shit. His footwork was amazing. Like, his creativity in the air, like everything about basketball. And that's what makes it a GOAT to me, because Jordan was an A+ in everything that he had to be an A+ in. LeBron is like a B+ to me.
And this is gonna be for the Jordan. I mean, this is gonna be for the LeBron fan. Like I said, I'm not a LeBron fan, but I gotta give that devil's advocate. I feel like every LeBron fan can say LeBron does the exact same thing. You know,
What do he do though?
But in today's game, he dominates the way that he's supposed to dominate. I just feel like in certain situations he don't do it. Like, I'm a Mavericks fan. I'm putting it out there. When we played against him in the Mavericks versus Miami, I feel like, you know, the disappearing that, we never would see that in Jordan.
Never.
We never would have seen that.
Yeah, but it's cool though, because he more than made up for it. You know what I mean? But
I feel like there's no making up for that.
Oh, for that?
I feel like there's no way that you can make up. I understand people have bad games, but he had a bad series.
It's no way to make up for it in the GOAT debate. But when we talking about his career, he made up for it. But as far as the best of all time, nah, he can't make up, because Jordan would have never did that. He didn't. Even when they were losing to like Birds and them Celtics and the bad boy Pistons, he was still getting numbers and playing phenomenal games. Like, he just didn't have the team to help.
He didn't go missing where he ain't scored since the whole third quarter.
Yeah, what I'm saying, like, he wasn't missing in the action. Like,
but I know, like I was saying to my partners too, I don't put everything on LeBron too. It comes down to coaching. Carlisle had a hell of a game plan.
Who did?
Carlisle had a hell of a game plan. That 2-3 messed everything up.
Carl got that from Pop though.
He forced LeBron to shoot the ball. Like,
Pop and them showed the league how to do that though. Back when the Cavs met the Spurs in, what was it, 06? It was 06.
I think so.
But that, like, Pop gave a blueprint. Like, Pop knew, like most basketball minds know, you not gonna stop. The only way you're gonna stop this man is with his weakness. His weakness is his jump shot, his mid range, and his 3-pointer, especially back then. And so, like, now it's a little bit better. But back then, like, you knew half the time he shoot, you thought it was going to be a brick because it just looked funny. But, like, but Pop installed that system, and that 2-3 was like, we're going to make you shoot, because we know once you get that full head of steam behind you and you freight training, ain't
nobody stopping you.
It ain't no fighting.
Ain't nobody going to get in front of you. But I feel like he should. And I feel like that would make me upset about LeBron. I feel like he should do that more often. Like, why settle? Like, it's like every times where he can have like the smallest guarding him. He shoot over him. Man, clear out the lane. Let me put this shoulder in you real quick. Let me get to the rack.
Like, I don't like when Skip Bayless talk about LeBron, because even though I'm not that big of a LeBron fan, I just think Skip just be saying shit just to just say shit. Like it don't make no sense. But one thing he did say that made sense though to me is like LeBron got those demons in his head about shooting free throws. Like I don't think Bron really want to go to the line because everybody, even though he's a average free throw shooter, well above average free throw shooter, he's not where he should be for the quality for the quantity of shots that he's going of free throws he's going to get per game. So I feel like in certain situations he's not trying to go, especially if he feel like he off. And free throws is mental more than anything. If you off mentally, then you thinking about how your feet are, how your hands are, how you releasing the ball instead of just getting in rhythm, bounce, or whatever you do, and then letting it go. Like so. I think it's mental when it comes to free throws with him, and that's why he don't take advantage more of that lane driving and stuff like that. Because for a career, he might be barely 70% free throw shooter, and that's not great for a guard. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
but all that being said, I don't like bashing on LeBron. I don't like it because I love the man that he is, that he portrays out there
yeah.
for kids and my nephews and stuff. I would love for him. I like him being a role model for them and seeing his business acumen, like all that. He's on par, and so it just go back to like you were saying. He's a GOAT of this generation for sure, by far. It's not even close. You know what I mean? So I believe that, but I mean, if we having a tournament for a Champions League tournament, LeBron is in that Champions League tournament, Jordan and Magic and Bird and all of them in that Champions League tournament, Jordan wins that tournament. I think LeBron is somewhere in that runner-up consolidation bracket. Like, that's where he going to be. So.
The only thing I disagree with you about the GOAT of this era, I got to give it to my man Kobe, R.I.P. though.
But they not really the same generation on. So you put Kobe over LeBron?
I really do. I do.
I do too.
And to be honest with you, when I was in high school and growing up, I wasn't even a Kobe fan. I hated Kobe.
I hated Shaq on the Lakers.
I hated Kobe. The only reason I hated Kobe so much because I blame my little cousin. My little cousin, Craig, man, he loved him from Kobe.
Craig.
Man, he loved him from Kobe.
Shout out Craig. I remember because every time we were hoop, he always got some Kobe's over, man.
Man, he was he a Laker fan, but he was a Kobe fan. I hated Kobe guts, but it's kind of like, but as I got older, I love the respect what Kobe did for the game, and it's crazy because I'm always been a T-Mac fan. I feel like if injuries didn't hurt him, I feel like Kobe could have been. I mean, I feel like T-Mac could have been in this discussion.
Oh yeah, like if T-Mac and Yao really got to play together like prime years, like Yao retired at like 30 from all his injuries, and T-Mac, he was already, by the time he got to Houston, he was already having back problems. So, but if they were both in they like coming into their prime in like early 30s at the same time, they definitely would have won a couple ships, man.
But like, we see T-Mac all the time down here in Austin. We have, with the tournaments, he's supporting his kid and stuff. T-Mac is a legit 6'7". Like he's
6'9", bro. That boy 6'9". He was an assassin too with that shot. It was wet.
He shook my hand, man. His hand was on my wrist, man. Like, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like,
yeah.
Like,
I probably met T-Mac like two, 3 times because at tournaments, and he stay in Houston too. Well, I don't know if he stay there all the time, but he got a place in Houston, and a friend of mine is cool with him or whatever. And so I'm being places where he's at before. But yeah, he's a very big human being, and I believe because I'm like 6'5", and he's staying over me like by an easy 3-4 inches, like easy. And so yeah, I can only imagine his whole hand engulfed your shit. Like,
yeah.
T-Mac was. Yeah, T-Mac was probably my favorite too in high school because of like his name was T-Mac, and I had on the back of my jacket J-Mac and shit. Like I was a big T-Mac fan, man. Big T-Mac.
But yeah, and I blame, like I said, I blame Craig for me not being a Kobe's fan when I was coming up, man. But like I said, I respect this game, but you gotta look at it. My house is divided. My grandfather, he's from California, so he was a Lakers fan. So it be, you know, when the Lakers and the Mavericks playing each other, you know, it wasn't no talking in the house. So
No
it was kind of
talking. Yeah.
like, man, my Mavericks gonna pull it off. The Mavericks could be losing. I'm like, man, I'm gonna go to sleep. I wake up the next morning, check my phone. The Mavericks came back with a win. I'm all excited. You know what I mean? And you know, but it could be back. It could be opposite. You know, the Mavericks could be winning. Like, I'm finna go to sleep. I'll be dead asleep. My grandfather come in and, hey, the Lakers just won. What you got to say? You know, like, man, I'm going back to sleep. I got time for this, man. But, you know.
Yeah. Like, a bunch of my family is from Cali. And so it's Southern Cali, too, like L.A., Riverside, Moreno Valley, and all that whole area right there. So, like, they was all Lakers fans. Like, I'm talking about when they was repeating the 3P with Shaq and Kobe, and I used to hate Shaq. And I was cool with Kobe just because, like, his shoes or whatever, the Adidas, the Moon ones. I forgot the name of them right now. I can't think. But
the Crazy Eights?
Yeah, no, not the Crazy Eights, bro. The Moonwalker ones, the Moon joints. Okay. That was like real, like spaceship like joints or whatever. Okay. But I used to hoop in them hoes, and but I was kind of a Kobe fan then because he was young and upcoming, and I was fucking with him. But I hated Shaq and I hated the Lakers team. I just like Kobe individually, like. Because and I remember when the Kings almost beat them niggas and Derek hit that 3 ball, I'm gonna start crying, bro. I was like, bro, I was so sad. I was like, these niggas here, bro. Like Chris Webber, you can't do shit right, bro. Like get
one job.
One job. Get these niggas out of here, man. Yeah, but yeah, bro, man. So you think it's everything's gonna change in the recruiting process too? With this?
Oh yeah, for sure. The recruiting process is definitely gonna change because now when you realize that your top talent is either consider making 125 to 325K for 5 months. As you know, as a college coach, if I respect, you know, you gotta see what your needs are. You know, you coming from a family with poverty, it's kind of like. And I feel like you're gonna benefit that more than me selling tickets at my school. I gotta let you go do that. I gotta let you go test that water. Because if not, I'm doing you a disservice. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fair.
So now you gotta open up your doors and start looking at these lower tier schools, you know, and see what you can develop.
Yeah, true.
It's gonna be interesting for sure because, like I said, coaches now they gotta develop talent. Like it ain't no, and even though a lot of colleges are doing it now. Don't get me wrong, where you have your colleges where you have kids stay for 4 years. Don't get me wrong. If you made it to college level, you can do some type of coaching. But now it's going to be how you're going to develop that and get them ready for the next level because you already got. Let's say right now you got 5, maybe 6 people already trying out the G League. You might have 15 or 20 now. You know, you're not going lotto. Lotto's top 15. So now, if you're going to college for 4 years, you kind of cutting your lotto chances out. And now you fighting for a roster spot. You know, you're trying to fight for a roster spot, you know, just to go to the G League, to be affiliated, to get ready for the NBA. So it's a lot of,
It's a lot of
gray areas.
I too believe it's going to change too, though. Like, because a lot of the points that you just said, I agree with that 100%, but the money is going to change it a lot. And then when colleges, they start allowing people to making money too. I think the whole college landscape going to change, like from basketball, football, all that. I think the power conferences are going to break away from the NCAA. And they were talking a little bit about it on like ESPN and the major networks and stuff. But I can truly see that happening because they make enough. Their fan bases make them enough money as it is. And I think the NCAA is more just going to be for like Division 2 and 3, like stuff like that. But as far as D1, the power, 5 or is it 6? No,
Power 5.
But yeah, I think they're going to break off because UT make how much? Like their endowment is how much? Like what, a bill? Easy. Like we talking about, they don't need the NCAA.
As long as them in Oklahoma is going to be playing against each other, they don't give a damn about nothing.
Man, they going to make their own. They're going to get their own money because they fans support them everywhere. So I feel like the whole landscape in the next 5-10 years is gonna be completely different. Like by the time our kids get ready to start making those decisions and getting ready what school to go to through, we gonna have different types of like
we
different.
gonna be the old heads. We gonna be sitting there talking about. Remember we had the NCAA and shit.
You know what I mean? Like,
There's gonna be some shit like that. I feel that.
but it's gonna be exciting though, just because it's giving more kids opportunities to take care of their families too, and I like that aspect of it.
That's the $1 million thing right there.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of kids didn't have that opportunity because they wasn't that top 100 kid to get that look. Now they getting that look. You know what I mean? So it's not like now you got to keep that edge and keep that hunger now. You know what I mean? Yeah. Are you gonna get complacent now that I'm getting recruited now? Let me take a step back. You know what I mean? You can't. They can't have that mindset.
Yeah. Do you think the top like it's gonna split to where the top players end up going to the G League, and then like the next year they decide to go to the because everybody's not gonna get the same contracts in the G League.
Of course not. No, yeah. they are arranged, from 125K to 325K. Some of them only make like a 500K. So it's gonna be dependent. They're gonna depend on your skill level. I feel like it's gonna be a kid that should have went to college. That's gonna take that opportunity and go to that G League, and it's either gonna be a bust or it's gonna be a mate. But I feel like it's gonna also be one of them top recruiters too. You know what I mean? But you know what? LeBron said it best.
What did he say?
When he went straight out of high school after he go straight out of high school, he said he missed that he didn't do the college experience. Like I said, that's something that you never gonna get back. That's something that every kid that goes to, start hooping like, hey, I want to go D1. Yeah. They want to go. They don't just want to go D1 just to play. They want to know that. They want to know that college lifestyle. That kind of lifestyle is different.
It's different, man. It's fun in a motherfucker. Like,
even
if you like young with a lot of money and you ain't in college, it ain't the same if you got money in college or being broke in college. Like the
you learn two different lessons. If you got money in college, like when you come in as a freshman, you come in a little bit broke, you learn how to save. You know how I'm gonna go out this weekend, or I'm gonna find a way to go out. I'm gonna eat my ramen and noodles. Towards the end of your college, where you start making a little bit of money, like, I'm gonna ball out, man.
Yeah.
On me, you know what I mean? You learn different aspects of yourself as well as in life.
Yeah, that's it's gonna be interesting, bro. It's gonna be really interesting. But I'm happy for the kids to get different opportunities, and now they get to make money off their name and likeness. But I also believe that it might split up, though. Like it's gonna split in some type of way, where the power conferences are going to break off for something and do their own thing. But whatever it is, I look forward to seeing what it's going to be like. And I look forward to just, seeing the whole thing grow and seeing these. But I do want most of the kids to go to college, though. I feel like 99% of y'all are going to need some college. Like,
I feel like that's where that partnership with Arizona State comes in handy for the G League. I mean, that's what makes it so intriguing because even though they are going to be playing basketball 95% of the time, that 5% of the time, they're still going to be on the college campus. So we can't take that factor out of it. So they still going to be learning how to do. You may not be going to class.
Wait a minute. Are you talking about in the G League?
The G League, yeah, they got a partnership with Arizona State. So
they got a partnership school.
Yeah, so basically what they're gonna be doing is
it's gonna be wild, bro.
I feel like they're gonna be teaching them the business aspect of how to be a pro. They're gonna teach them how to manage their money, like the stuff that you need to know about going to be a pro, like taxes, how to manage your money, the basic 101. And I feel like you need that more than going to classes every day. You're going to actually go into classes that you actually need and want to learn, and going instead of you being stuck in a class just because you keep your GPA at a certain level.
Yeah, but that's what I'm talking about, though. Like that's the college that I think athletes or whatever really need. Like they ain't gonna be able, if you really working on your craft, you don't really got time for a full college schedule. Like you might be able to take 3 to 6 hours a semester or something like that and still put your work in like you want to. You know what I mean? So those 3 to 6 hours, those 1 or 2 classes should be business, finances, or something of that nature. And that's why I don't want to take the college aspect out of it, even though the G League is coming about. But the G League giving them opportunity to stay in school and still, better themselves and learn more and develop their minds and all that. That's what I love about this, like this deal so much, man, because it just gives them opportunity to be. That's really a regular student. Like a regular student is allowed to work and allowed to go make money, or if he's a painter, he can go paint something and sell it online, or a barber, he can cut hair in his apartment. Like this allows the college athletes to truly be college athletes. So it allows them to learn and make money and still have a regular student life. And that's the part that I always hated about the NCAA. It's like you literally like taking things away from these young men and women. Like you are literally taking a chance to do something else or be something. If this basketball shit don't work out, like you're making them believe that this is all they have, like this is all they could be. And I never like that. I've never liked that about like the NCAA, like because I want most of these students are gonna be black. Like it's just facts. They're gonna be probably inner city kids or of some nature, and they're gonna need that business. That business mind, those business classes, because it's different, man. Like you think you get 500,000, that's a lot of money. That shit is gonna go if you're not knowing how to manage that
you're
right.
You're gonna have so many people pulling for you. You're gonna have your mama got his hand out. You got daddy. You got grandma. You got friends.
Even if they ain't pulling and they just spending money on themselves, like, because the more money you get, it's just like pretty much a fact. The more money you make, the more money you spend. The bigger house you're going to get, the better car you're going to get, the better clothes and shoes you're going to acquire. So that means if it's going to get, like, if you're going to be spending more money, even if you don't got a bunch of people pulling at you and stuff like that, money is going to go, bro. Like, it's going to go.
Once it's gone, it's gone.
That's what I'm saying, and you need to learn how to invest that to make their money work for them. Like, of course, they're gonna have.
And I feel like that's where the G League is gonna be so beneficial to those young black men or white, red. It doesn't matter. It's gonna be beneficial for everybody because they're gonna learn that. Because, like I said, just going to college, they just sticking you in a classroom. Like, hey, this is where you're gonna be at. You might not be the brightest shoe in the box. But they might put you in a piano class. They gonna put you in some BS ass class. Be like, hey, go to class, keep this GPA where it needs to be, and go do what you need to do on the court. And we're gonna be college. We're gonna make it. We'll call it even there. We go to the G League. You gonna be over there. I'm gonna be in the gym 95% of the time.
Bro, I literally took a bowling class my freshman year.
And 2 hours after the day, you come take a business class. You learn how to finance your money. You know how to pay for your taxes. Little shit like that. I'll be more intrigued to pay attention to that.
But actually, you might be intrigued, but some kids might not be intrigued. But they need to make them get intrigued. So find some way to make it like.
When you play basketball 95% of the time, and I'm getting paid 125 to 325K. If you're gonna teach me a class of how to manage my money at that age, I feel like they're gonna be interested in how to manage my money.
That's you, buddy, and I respect it. I probably would have been something like that, but I probably would have been just out here like, I got 500,000 in the bank at 18, my nigga. Oh my God, 500,000 in the bank, my nigga. I'm at the club. I'm at the mall. Like I'm at.
But won't they have like their own personal mentors as well, though?
I hope so, but they should. I'm gonna look into that, but they should have like. I was just getting at the point to where they should have some type of way to make sure that they at least soaking that up 80% of the information that they get. Oh, yeah. So whether it's a quiz or whatever, but just that they have to take somebody else ain't taking for them and shit like that. Like, just make sure they soaking that up, but like, just look out for them because they kids. Like when you was 18, were you really that focused on if I had a $200 in my pocket and I was supposed to say that I'm gonna go get some shoes, man. Like,
see, my mindset was a whole lot different because me being the only child. So let's say I had $200. What I was doing was I might have $200. I'm calling the tea lady. I'm calling my granny. Like, hey, I need some money. They sending me a little bit more money. I'm stacking on that where I go get my shoes. I probably got a new phone.
That boy say he was the only kid.
We don't win now.
Must be nice, my nigga.
You know what I mean? So
it must be nice, my nigga.
But alligator like this too, though. When I was a freshman in high school, I tell everybody, I got my wife on this now. We play Monopoly every day. Monopoly helped me be the person I am right now.
Monopoly, the game.
The game.
How so?
Monopoly teach you so much about yourself of when to invest, when to let go, how to save money, how to negotiate. It teaches you so much in life that just a little board game will get you going. It's like people say about chess. Monopoly is the exact same way, but you're actually dealing with money.
I was good at Monopoly, bro, but I didn't really take none of them lessons from it. I was just playing that shit. Like, I know how to do it.
But you sit back and just think about what I just said. Just think about it and just hear and tell me that I'm wrong.
Oh, no, you're not wrong. It do teach you that. But see, when you said our mindsets are different, like, you were right, because I wasn't thinking about that. Like,
but don't get me wrong. When I first started playing it, I was just rolling the dice of the game. That's how I was. But as I got older, my grandfather was putting that bug in my ear, like, hey, why did you? After I lost, I was getting my ass whooped. He was whooping my ass, and I was a loser. But he'll ask me after the game, like, why did you lose? I was always trying to bargain on just getting Boardwalk and Park Place. That was the highest property. You land on it, I get it developed. You're gonna spend out the most money. He used to ask me, why do you spend all your time trying to get those two places? Why not get these small places over here? I was like, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I was like, because if you land on it, I got a 2 out of 3 chances that you're gonna. I mean, 1 out of 2 chances that you're gonna land.
Folks hardly land on Boardwalk and Park Place.
So he was like, give yourself more opportunity. Get these small properties. Keep me for $250, $550, $600 on a consistent basis, and instead of me kind of landing your property for $2,000, $1,500, that's gonna add up. Say you land on my blue property for $500 5 times, you got that $2,000 right there. Yeah. Let me land on it 1 time. Yeah. I'm taking money away from you quicker.
See, but that's good though that you had, like your grandpa and everything to help you, guide you through that. I ain't have that. I was just out here doing, I was just out here shaking them things, bro. I was just out here letting them go. I was cheating half the time. I was just trying to win, bro. I wasn't taking no life lessons.
And I want to say by my senior year, I had my partners and, my best friends. I had them playing it where we'd be up late at night, they'd be doing their thing or whatnot. Be like, hey, let's play Monopoly. We might not finish the game. We might roll that bitch up under the bed, go to sleep, finish the next morning, go do it. But it was a mindset. It was like, well, hey, if I'm going to be successful, I want my partners to be successful too. I just don't be the only person just eating if we all ain't eating. My motto has always been this: if I got it, you got it. So it comes with knowledge. That comes with money. It don't matter what it is, but you know what I'm saying? I'm just not going to keep knowledge and not spread it to everybody else.
And sir, I thank you for doing that too, because that's what we all need to be doing, is getting this knowledge and spreading it to the world, man. Especially to our community and our people too, but everybody though, But I was trying to keep this one up on the hour, my dude. I got to get ready for a little gig or whatever. Trying to set this shit up to where I ain't got to be around a bunch of people, so I'm still trying to plan it out. But I appreciate you coming on here, man, chopping up with me a little bit about, basketball. I love my sports talk. We definitely going to do this again real soon. Do you got anything you want the folks to know? You got coming up your team?
I just want to shout out the team Buggies, Austin Cobras. That's who we join forces with. Right now we just got the high school group going. I want to say hopefully within the next couple of weeks, what I'm saying, we'll be back in the gym. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
That's what I want to ask you too, though. Are they gonna open back up like soon for AU? Like
we just revised our schedule. You know what I'm saying? They was like, well, they got a tournament, at the end of the month. So it's kind of it's hard to say.
I don't know, bro. That's early though.
And that's what I'm saying. But I got my boys. I got them telling them to get ready. You know what I'm saying? It's time to lace them things back up and let's see what
but goddamn, I miss hooping, boy.
See what we got shaking, because before the whole thing, we won our first tournament right before everything hit, and we were short-handed. So
for real?
Yeah, so we doing big things now. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't even know y'all won that hoe.
Yeah, we won the whole thing. So we on some new stuff right now. I'm enjoying it. I'm getting ready because little man turns 4 in August, so we getting everything ready for him. So it's if he chooses to go that route. From what I'm seeing right now, just playing around, I feel like he's already leaning towards that. So it's kind of like, all right, once he say, "Daddy, let's go, let's get it." You know what I mean? Right now, it's
Go time.
all fun and games. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna laugh. We're gonna chop it up. I'm gonna teach him as much as I can.
Yeah.
But once he tells me that I want to be for real about this, it's time to turn off Daddy hat and go into coaching mode.
For sure. I'm trying to get my trying to find my nephew a team right now after all this stuff get going, but I want to get, because he don't know what sport he want to focus on, a lot like me when I was younger. And so I played everything. So he took a real liking of basketball though, and he likes soccer, but he also likes football. So some of those schedules are going to intertwine.
Soccer is the best thing. That's the first sport that I'm putting little man in.
That's what I told him, and I told my sister
work
too.
and conditioning. That's something that you can't get back.
He playing soccer off rip. Like he already I told my sister they was gonna be playing soccer before he even was of age to even think about sports. Like, because I know I wanted to play soccer, but I also know that when you got all these other sports like football, if he wants to play later on in life, I'm cool with that. But if I could keep them just basketball and soccer to where it's not on their body and you can still go pro or still get a scholarship or whatever and go get an education, or you can do a lot with that and still have fun. But yeah, I'm not gonna push them towards football no more. But this is Texas though, and all his friends play, and we from football, a small town.
My dad, little man, but not coming to me by asking me about football. I'm telling him, go ask your uncle, because Daddy don't know. I know the game of football, but I never played it. Like they say, the Oklahoma drill made a lot of basketball players. I'm one of those products.
See,
I got here one time. Yo, mama, go get your money back. This ain't for me.
Bruh, yeah, I hoop, man. I went to school to go hoop, but football by far my favorite sport, man. I
can talk football with you all day, every day. I know every aspect of it and everything, but it's something different. That's how I feel about high school basketball coaches. A lot of high school basketball coaches never really played basketball. They sit at the end of the bench, never got in the game, but they're teaching our kids stuff. Like, I understand that you have a love for the game, but that's a whole different topic, man.
I'm saying, bro, but it's some coaches though, like Eric Spoelstra, he on the highest level. He ain't picked up a ball since probably like Little League, my dude. He was just all analyst. Like, I know he ain't played college ball. Like, you can look at him and see that, but I don't want to say look at him and see that, but you can look at him and see that though, and it's possible if you learn and study the game hard enough and long enough, like you'll pick up on, if you talk to the right people and have the right mentors, then I think it's possible, bro. But
man, I feel like that's gotta be our next topic, man. I got a lot to say about high school coaches, man.
Hey, well, god dang, I'm trying to talk a little sports and basketball and stuff at least, every weekend. You welcome on here anytime, bro.
I bet that, man.
You already know I'm gonna be bugging your ass, man. But for Team Buckets, Coach Tre, my boy, my dog, man, I appreciate you. Everybody out there, y'all know where to go find us at www.rawbrilliancemedia.com or YouTube for clips. And check out the website, the articles we have up, and the YouTube content that we have up. Buy some merch if you want to. But I thank y'all for watching and supporting. We out this thing. Y'all stay blessed.